Mega Evolve. As the title says, I got all of the shiny Mega Pokemon in Legend ZA. It was a grind, I'll give you that. I did a lot of soft resetting, a lot of controller work, a lot of... The video will explain pretty much what happens. I just want to document how good of a journey I've been doing. This is also my first Pokemon video I've ever done on this channel. I've been a fan of Pokemon since I was in 4th grade, but I've never expressed my love too much until recently. But I finally got a software recorder so that way I can actually record my Switch. And I'm just excited to make this video, my first one.
So as you see, first of all, I'm not lying. This is my account. I have all, I don't know how many shinies there are. I think it's like 60 something. I don't know. But I have seen all of them. I just wanted to let you guys know, to show you, physical proof. I'm excited. I am very happy. I'm not going to prolong the video at all. I'm going to get it started. I've actually never hunted in Zone 1. I'm just going to hunt through all of these zones. I'm going to go, zone by zone. Mainly because I want to shiny hunt while I'm explaining. That's pretty much it. But as you can see, walking in the zone, I mean, you can't really tell, but I've never gotten any. The most I have gotten in the zone as shiny would probably be like a Fletchling, but nothing else. Maybe a Mareep? I don't know. But I'm actually walking over because I did the fossil hunt. Technically, I started with Tyrant, but I had to do Aerodactyl regardless. I'm just going to show you exactly what I did because it's not orthodox, pretty much. So over here, I just turbo the button. I have a controller that I can turbo. It just pretty much auto presses A for me. I sorted these boxes and make sure there's about 3 boxes because I do about 70 fossils per. I make sure to save because if you don't save it, it's not going to well, you're not gonna get your fossils back. It's a waste of time. So I would hunt, keep spamming pressing A, and I'd wait until I got a shiny. Sometimes I'd spot it as I got the shiny, or I'd have to wait till the cycle ended. It just depends. I shiny hunted for 2 Tyrants, and I got a Aerodactyl. Editor Stego here. I'm actually going to show you how to turbo the controller. In this case, it's the 8-bit Doe controller. What you want to do is you want to hold the button you want to turbo. In this case, it's A, so I hold that, and I triple press the star button. It really is a pain, but to turn it off, you do the same thing. Hold said button, triple tap the star. See, doesn't work half the time, but that's how you do it. I'm actually going to close the game and reopen it because I actually want to do the hunt again. I don't know, it just seems fun. So I actually never fully hunted the zone. I only hunted Star U. It wasn't really intended. So I walked over here. I was gonna actually get the Binacle. That was my goal, to evolve. Binacle's actually the final evolution. But I ended up, not getting it. I ended up getting later down the line. I think I got it in the Area 16. But what I did was I would bench reset this. So once you program your controller, it's actually pretty easy. All you do, turn around, look at the bench, and have the button that you have it designated as. For me, it's this. All you do is boop. Hands free. All it does. But I did have another controller before this one. It was cheaper, disposable pretty much. All it was turbo. I grabbed a rubber band, did this. You have to make sure it's aligned or it won't work. And then it would turbo press A. For me, it's not turbo press, so it's not going to do that. Once you do that, it automatically works. It's a lot faster, I think, but it does break the controller, so I do not recommend it unless you don't like that controller. So this is where I got the Starmie line. It was pretty fast, I'm not going to lie. It took me like 20, 30 attempts. It wasn't bad. I never really focused too heavily on this zone. The only thing I really focused on, I know mainly, was these Pikachus right here. I just wanted one, just because. I did the bench reset here with my old controller. took me like 10-20 minutes. It wasn't bad. These guys I didn't really focus on. It was this guy right here I just got my controller, so I held the joystick down. I saw a video with the rubber band, and I never got that one shiny. I actually got the patch of the Litleo shiny. If I remember correctly, I got a Pancham, I got a Skiddo, and I think I got that 1 or 2, it might have been 3 Litleos shiny. All the Litleos were female. I kind of wanted the male for the main, so I hunted it later down the line. I've actually never hunted in Zone 4. The only time I did was to hunt Ghastly. I did it for like 10 minutes and I just gave up. I got my Ghastly somewhere else. So Zone 5 was actually kind of a double whammy. When I got that old controller, all I could do was bench resetting. So I mainly hunted in the bench in Zone 5 to get Zone 16 and 5. I didn't know that the bench wouldn't reach to Zone 16 though. So I learned that later down the line. But I macroed later on, so I would just fly. I macroed it to go flying up. That's it. So this is pretty similar to the last one. Actually identical, just different macros. All I did was I'd press this button to have it fly. That's all I'd do. It'd do it constantly, nothing else. It wasn't too bad. I mean, I got brokey pretty fast when I locked in, as the kids say. I also, when I was recording, if you look at that in the distance, I looked back. Look what I found. I got a shiny Starmie. That's funny. You have to admit that. Also, one thing to note when I was doing this, I don't like my Pokemon being anything but a regular Pokeball. Every legendary I've caught, every mythical I've caught, everything you name it, shiny, legendary, I always catch in regular Pokeballs. It's just a thing. I don't like it. When I see them heal, I need to see the regular Pokeball. It's iconic. My footage cut out, but I was trying to show you guys where I found Electrike. But when I was doing that, I found a shiny Venipede. It was kind of funny. Right after I got the Starmie. The footage cut out, I'll just record it and show you the new path. So go to Zone 5. Go to the left, cross this little grass right here. And as you'll see, surprise, surprise, I got a shiny. Even when I'm recording, it says hi. Walk back here. There's gonna be a ton of sludge piles, so get a water type out and just use any water move. It doesn't even have to be water type, just use water moves. And this was kind of overkill, but you know, just follow the path. Just go this way. Check for Bellsprouts. I always get shinies there. Go through this little tunnel, run and run, avoid the alphas, a bunch of bugs there. And you climb that, and then you just climb this again, and then you're up to the point I'm at. Go all the way up the stairs, keep following until you get to the very end. You'll see an Abra, and then you'll go, glide away with iGlide. You'll find another Abra and Pidgeys. I looked down there trying to find the Electrike, and I got another shiny back to back. I swear I did not hunt and then leave it as that. I was just laughing so hard. I had a little drought for a while, and it cleared up now. I've actually never hunted in Zone 6, actually. I mean, I've casually looked for the Binacles, because I really want to get mine here. But I got mine later down the line, also in, Zone 16. I walked up here, tried to check the Swablues, but nothing, so I just gave up. Zone 7 is another place I never really fully hunted it. I think the only thing I might have even gotten here was the Bayonet. That's it. Oh boy, Zone 8, my nightmare fuel. I did 2 methods to get here. I wanted it ever since I beat the game. So on October 19th, I just kept doing it over and over again. I ended up doing a cloning method, I guess. It just added more spawns. And as I was setting up a spawn, because I got the female shiny, so I was trying to set up again, and before I even set the spawn up, I legitimately got a male shiny Gible. I was like, ooh. Also, here, I didn't know this, there's berry stands that do the EVs. So helpful. I wish I knew this for my living decks. But this zone was such a pain. I got so many shinies, it's not even funny. All these Machops and the Machamps, I got them at Zone 8. The Abras, I also got some too. These Drillburs, all of them. It was bad. I also got all these Garbodors, Trubbish, whatever, and the Numels and the Camerups, all from that zone. It was pain. I also ended up getting the Sandile line. I've gotten so many of the alphas, it's not even funny. Dude, how many hours I spent in the zone is just, I wish I got that time back. It was painful. I didn't spend too much time in Zone 9, but I spent enough to warrant Zone Section. All I really hunted here was, well, I hunted a bunch of these Sableyes, or Sables, whatever you call them. I never got it. I got one on the other side, though, later down the line, on Thanksgiving, right after I completed Drampa. These benches over here, I tried to hunt that Mawile. Just trying to hunt them as best way I could do, and I got that Cadaver right there once or twice. But with this little Mawile right here, I didn't know that there's more than that spawn. I did end up spending a decent amount of time in the zone. I was trying to hunt Slowbro mainly because it has the new shiny. Well, Slowpoke does, but I wanted Slowbro. I ended up getting a bunch of these Carvanas though, and the Sharpedos. I also got like little Tynamo. I got a couple of them there. I also got an Alpha one time. I actually never really been to this place. Zone 11, I've been like 1 or 2 times just to catch the Pokemon that were there. Never spent any time shiny hunting at all, or even just checking it out. I actually liked hunting in Zone 12. It's pretty fun and peaceful. I would do the bench method, and I got a Abomasnow. I got Snover's Line, or Snow Runt, sorry. And I think I got like some Vanillites here. It was pretty fun. I also got actually 1 Machop. This is a pretty fun zone to hunt in, I'll give you that. Zone 13 was not really fun. That was my second to last zone I did. I got so many shiny Pokemon here. I got all these Pincers, Heracrosses. I also got a ton of the Espers. Actually, I know for a fact I got a ton of these guys. There were quite a bit. I also got a ton of these Vivillons. I think one of them was not. One of them was a Swoopa. I evolved and I got all of those. So what I ended up doing was I went through Zone 13. I actually got a couple Weeping Bells there, and I got my Scizor, one of them. I might do another one just for a male. So I went down, not here, but I went down this little path right here, and I went up these little the ladders right here. And up there, there's a giant Spritzy. I caught probably about, I think, 3 of them. It was fun, but I wasn't really hunting them. I was hunting for Scizor. I got way too many Heracrosses doing that. I just did this bench right here. I just do it. Zone 14 wasn't too bad. I got my Aggron line. I got my Steelix line. And all I did was just use the macros from Zone 5, I guess you'd say 16, but I just used that over and over again. Zone 15 wasn't too bad. I just did the bench method also. I got a ton of the bugs, just pretty much every Mega, I think, and the Haunter I got here. It was just a Haunter, though. I got the Ghastly somewhere else. But I got Bayonet. I did not get the Pumpkaboo, though. I actually might try that. Nothing really too special about the zone. All I did was hunt Phalanx. I just did the fly reset. I didn't have my controller yet. I just flew there, and I got it relatively fast. I think I got it in like 10-15 minutes. The same quote-unquote duping glitch I did here for Chespin. I got it the first time, but I wanted to get another one because I wanted a male, and I got it literally like second attempt. It was really funny. I didn't even clone the stuff. I just got it. These guys were not so fun because I wanted my male Pyromane. I got so many female Pyromanes just to get like 1 or 2. I got my Skarmory that was floating here too. I wasn't hunting for it. I just randomly got that. I heard the shiny sound. Apparently that's a rare shiny. I didn't know. 18 was a fun hunt, I'll give you that. I just bench reset a lot, so I never got that Salamence. I did get a bunch of those Bagons though. So I broke the rocks over here mainly, and I would kind of hunt for this Lopunny. I wasn't intending on it, but I was like, keep an eye on it just to see. I just finished climbing up all of the scaffolding. When I got up here, I was mainly hunting for Swablu and Altaria. I was also going to hunt for that Fennekin too. Wasn't intended, but I was keeping an eye on it as well. I just used these benches right here and just bench reset. I also realized when I was doing that, I was also triggering an Eevee that spawns over here. It's nighttime, so it doesn't spawn, but I also caught this Ghastly. This is where I got my Ghastly. Pretty much what I'd do, I'd just go past the Ghastly, fly over here, got a ton of those emolgas, by the way. And a ton of fletchlings doing this method. But these benches right here, I just reset on those. And over there, there's a Dratini. This right here, this is pure night fuel. Zone 19, I did so many methods. I would walk up here, up and down. I was watching South Park. That's all I was doing. I ended up trying to go up there. There's some ladders I'd climb, and I'd walk back and forth. I would just cut through there, do nothing. I was getting Clefairy, but it was paying for both Clefairy and Drampa. What ended up getting me Drampa in the very end was a lot of soft resetting. So what I did, I would come here, I'd kill that Drampa right there. I'd wait about 58 seconds, and then I'd save. Then 2 seconds later, a new Drampa would spawn. If it wasn't shining, I would just keep resetting. And it was Thanksgiving. I was laying down in my bed. I saw yellow. I was watching a show. I screamed on the top of my lungs. Everyone came rushing towards me. They go, "What did you do?" And I go, "I got my Drampa." And they were all so scared. Zone 20 is really where I got most of my shinies just in general. Not just alphas or megas, but I got these Gardevoirs right here. I know I got Roserades everywhere. I got so many of the starters, mainly Bulbasaur and Chikorita. I have a ton of those. Shiny-wise, I got a ton of alphas here and megas. I got Phalings. I got a Dragalge in the middle. Then I got one in the water. I got a Tyranitar here. Then I was doing a staycation. I was at a hotel. It was very late at night on October 30th. Just as the clock hit midnight, I caught this on Halloween. This is probably one of my favorite Pokemon in general, but also it is my favorite holiday. So it was just amazing seeing that become a reality. And an alpha. The only Pokemon I'll allow alpha in this game, because I'm a competitive guy all of a sudden. So size is really not what you want. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It was a really fun journey, and I'm really glad that I actually can record Switch software now. But Mr. Chomp's over there, look at him being a cutie. But this was really fun, and I'm excited for the DLC to come out, and I'm going to do the same thing for them, and I'm going to document my journey there too. I will actually start streaming it on YouTube and or Twitch, so keep an eye out for that. So that being said, stay awesome.